Hey everybody, it's Jason from the Texas Gun Vault 2, and I wanted to make another video that I think is one of your favorite segments, or many people's favorite segments here on the Texas Gun Vault 2 channel. And that is the upcoming projects, the range reports and things. So I have 3 guns that have been recently lent to the channel. And these are range reports that you might not see for some time because you guys know I had 3 weeks of a suspension when it came to the YouTube strikes. And I already had a bunch of content that I was going to release before that I was still making content during that time. I've released some of that on Rumble. It's kind of a delayed release because I want my Rumble channel to kind of catch up to my YouTube channel. So anyway, then I'll go ahead and resync those things back up. But I have a lot of content to release over the next few weeks. But I'll try to get these done as fast as I can. In fact, 2 of them I have to get done really fast because the owner needs them back relatively quick, because I think he has some family coming into town. So I wanted to show you what I have on the table that I have to shoot. And one of them is actually a gun that I used to own. And this is lent to the channel from my next door neighbor, Phil. And he recently purchased this. This is a Smith & Wesson 686 Plus with a 6-inch barrel. So it's the stainless steel version of this gun. As I said, 6-inch barrel, and the plus means it has a 7-shot cylinder. So yeah, lots of holes in that cylinder there. I actually used to own this exact model. Not this example, but this exact model. 686 Plus-6. And I purchased it because I used to own a Colt Python that was a 1978 manufacture. I mean, it was in pristine condition. I ended up selling that because I wanted to buy an HK SP5K when those first hit the market. And I didn't want to shoot it too much, so I bought one of these to kind of simulate the Colt Python. And I gotta say, this is a great gun, or it was for me. So it's going to be kind of fun to revisit a gun that used to be part of my collection. So Smith & Wesson 686 Plus, I think it's one of the nicest revolvers out there that's currently in production. That's not like a Gucci custom revolver. I will say I have shot the 4-inch barreled version of this at a range once. I rented it and really like that a little bit better because it's more balanced. But the 6-inch is extremely accurate. So this is going to the range soon. So thank you, Phil, my next door neighbor. And the next 2 guns are from somebody new that is lending things to the channel. In fact, I met him at a gun store. He recognized me at a gun store down in Bedford, Texas. And he said, "You're the Texas Gun Vault." His name is Roy. And he contacted me through my email and said, "Hey, I don't know if you remember me now. It was a couple years ago. You were buying a CZ, I think." And I said, "Yeah, you remember me." He says, "I have some stuff I want to lend to the channel. But," he says, "I have some family coming in a couple weeks. So if you borrow these, you got to get them done quick." And I was like, "That's perfectly fine." So these are 2 awesome ones. So let's start with the new gun first. So this is really cool because I've done a few reviews on Sig P228s and different variations of it, but this is the new DH3 from the custom shop. Yeah, flat dark earth. It's supposed to have a smaller frame, or I guess it's the module on this is a little bit more narrow. It has a really interesting kind of a gritty texture to the surface of it. It has the mag well. Yeah, it's kind of neat. It's not a ported barrel. It looks like it would be, but it might not be the top end. I don't think the trigger in this one is very good, and I talked to Roy about it. It's just like every other 3-20. It's not as nice, I think, as the Legion ones, but of course it has that flat face trigger I'm not the world's biggest fan of. But this is one of the higher end 320s. Really excited to get to shoot this. It has the suppressor height sights, and I have not seen one of these before Roy lent it to me. So that's going to be a lot of fun. And I think one of the things that he was a little bit sad about is that he has a Legion as well, and it comes in those really nice cases. This one just comes in a plain old, I guess, like the silver cases, like little plastic ones. So I know these guns are expensive, so you kind of wish they came with the nicer cases. And then he lent me what he called his pimp gun. Now, this is something that I guess I've never heard of before, but I guess they are out there. And I wanted to show this to you. It's really neat. It is, you can tell from the box, another Sig, and it's an old one. This is a P228, a West German one. So it has the stamped sheet metal slide. But what makes this one really cool and really interesting, and what I have never seen before, this one is factory nickel plated. Yeah, check that out. Yeah, factory nickel plated. That is really interesting because I never knew Sig made guns like this. And you're probably saying, for some of you, maybe like me, no, they never made a factory nickel plated one. Well, actually, it says here on the box, which is the original one, nickel Sig light. So it had the original Sig light night sights on it, which don't work anymore because he said he bought this back in the 90s. So yeah, really, really interesting. All the information here is on the side of the box. It's a factory nickel 228. So it's like the compact version of the 226. I mean, even the controls are nickel plated. The hammer's nickel plated. He did change out the grip. So these are Hogue grips. So they're not the original grips. I'm not sure if he even owns the originals. And what else is really interesting about this is he has two of the original magazines, and they are both nickel plated as well. I guess he has one as H1 and H2. I guess that's his markings on there. But yeah, nickel plated 228 magazines, and those are factory. So that is really, really cool. And he calls it his pimp gun because, yeah, it's a Sig that's nickel plated. Look at that thing. Isn't that thing pretty? Man, I really haven't handled many nickel plated guns. I like stainless guns, but that is really cool and really interesting. So you can see it's the old style that has the, I guess, the block in there for the firing pin. And of course it has that flat part on top of the slide, which shows that it's the stamped sheet metal manufacturer style. So it's the old style before they discontinued this. And on the side of the gun, it does say made in West Germany. Yeah, that is really cool. So that's the projects that I got going on here. As I said, these two here from Roy, I have on a rush. So I'll probably have to get those to the range this week. So maybe you'll see some stuff on my Instagram or my Facebook about them. And then I'm supposed to go to the range with my next door neighbor and shoot this as well. So anyway, so that's what's going on. I got an awesome revolver and two awesome Sigs and Roy's pimp gun. Yeah, it doesn't get any nicer than that if you like Sigs. So thank you, Phil, and especially thank you, Roy. I'm very excited to get to shoot your firearm, so I'm honored and humbled once again that people lend this stuff to me to give me a chance to make awesome content. I honestly feel unworthy because I don't know if I do that good of a job, but I guess people enjoy watching me make a fool of myself. So thank you all. So this is what's going on in the Texas Gun Vault. Just thought you would like to know. So as always, thanks for watching.